Hi everyone, I'm FMGreeno and welcome to the Greeno Tour, my FM21 European journeyman save. So we've got a double header for you today. Very important game in the league against local rivals Lazio. And we take on Celtic in the second knockout round of the Champions League. Lots to get on with then. Let's get into it. As usual, we will start with a look at our recent form. And to be honest, it's been a little bit patchy compared to what's gone on earlier in the season anyway. So we were last together for that 6-0 win away at Pescara. You'll remember that one. Great performance. But the two following that were not so good. A 0-0 draw at home with Bari. They're not a great side. And then we travelled to Napoli and got beat 3-1. We have turned it back around again a little bit though. We travelled to Celtic in the Champions League for the first leg and we won that 4-1. So hopefully that means I can rest a couple of people in the second leg. And the last two league games have been pretty solid. A 3-0 win against Fiorentina, Mesquita with a hat-trick there, and a 3-0 win away at Brescia. So hopefully we can continue that form into today's game against Lazio and the second leg against Celtic. Here's our lineup for that Lazio game, and it's almost as strong as I'd like it to be, but there is one glaring omission. If you look on the right wing, we have Boadu there. That is because Trincao is out injured. He injured himself against Fiorentina and is out for another 10 days or so. That's a bit of a shame because, of course, he's been our star man this season. But Boadu, yeah, pretty adequate replacement, I think. Let's head off to the stadium and see if we can put one over on the local rivals. So that's our lineup as discussed. I'm pretty happy with it. I hope we're not going to miss Trincao too much. Lazio are lining up with two defensive midfielders, so yet another team looking to try and stifle us a little bit. See the league table here, we're still 15 points clear, so hopefully that'll be 18 points by the end of the day. Luckily, all the other teams in the top four have also been dropping points over recent weeks, so nobody's been able to close the gap on us in spite of our couple of slip-ups. Ball in from O'Sheesh. Daryl Parker there, one of the goalkeepers in my England squad, collecting the ball. This is the first highlight we've had in the match so far. It's been a bit of a snooze fest. Lazio yet to actually muster a shot of any kind. McDade, oh goodness me, that would have been a nice goal. Couldn't quite finish it though. But we've been the better side this half. Just not been able to make that count. Could this be a counter-attack opportunity here? Hopefully not. Let's see if we can win this ball back. Oh, almost McDade, almost. But Svitanovic is through. Oh, good save from Gebhardt. Came up big when we needed him. That's the first shot Lazio have had in anger. Took them to the 45th minute even. Headed clear from the corner. Let's just try and see this out now. We're into injury time at the end of the half. And the highlight ends. So that's that. 0-0 at half time. I'm glad this is going to be a double header. Because if I was just bringing you this game, it wouldn't be the most fascinating episode. Let's get into the dressing room. I think we need to tell them that we're not happy. Get them all motivated. Out for the second half. Hopefully we'll see a bit more in terms of highlights. We have O'Sheesh here, out on the right wing for some reason. Onguene, back to Kumbula. Moriba, that's a nice ball to Mesquita. O'Sheesh, McDade, oh, what a finish! What a finish! That looked about a sort of waist-high, maybe even chest-high volley. Good Lord. O'Sheesh, that was a nice ball, but look at that. Look at the technique. He is turning into one hell of a player, McDade. So we take the lead in the derby. It looks like possibly an instant chance to respond here for Lazio. Raheem, oh, just over the top. With around 20 minutes to go, I've made a couple of changes. I've brought Markey on the right-hand side. Boadu was not playing very well. And Onguene was getting a bit stroppy and he was on a yellow card. So I took him off and brought Koulibaly on in defensive midfield. It's not much more happening. Although right now, even though it's not the best in terms of entertainment, I'd take that. But looks like a highlight for us, though, with just under 10 minutes left. Ariba, there's Mosquita. Can he finish? Good save, Parker. Obviously trying to impress his international manager. Highlights continuing here, though. Mosquita back to Koulibaly. There's Baldin. Long ball, hopeful, but not accurate. Mosquita coming in off his flank. Good ball, there's Marquis. Oh, that's nice. The weight of that ball from Mosquita was absolutely perfect. And young Nicola Marquis, who we actually turned down a really sizable bid for from another Chinese club. In total, with add-ons and everything, it was around £70 million. But I want to give the kid an opportunity, so we turned that down. And yeah, well, he's starting to pay back a little bit of that faith I have in him. So we're going into the last couple of minutes now. It's been not the most spectacular win, but a dominant performance. And pretty comfortable in the second half. And there it is. We have beaten the local rivals. We have the bragging rights in Rome. Before we head into that Champions League game against Celtic, I thought we should come and have a look at how the table sits after that result. So we are top, 28 games played, 73 points. Juventus now are our nearest challengers. They're 16 points behind us, but with a game in hand. So even if they win that, that's a 13-point gap. 10 games of the season left to play. It would take a monumental cock-up not to win the league from here. But this is me we're talking about. These things can happen. Have a look at this goal-scoring chart now. We have 3 players equal on 18 goals at the top of the tree. McDade, Trincao, and Mosquita. So it's just been amazing goal-scoring form we've been in. If you take a look at our goal difference, plus 66. Juventus have got plus 36. Milan plus 25. But nowhere near as good as us. Anyway, let's go and see how we're going to set up for that Celtic game in the Champions League. So for this Celtic game, I have made a few changes to the starting lineup. One enforced by a suspension to Kumbula. So Grice shuffles back over to centre half, and Almini will come in and play at left back. Koulibaly comes in for Ongwene in midfield. Ongwene quite often struggles for fitness. He's getting on a little bit. So it's good to give him a little rest. Pavlik comes in for Moriba today, just to get some more experience. And Marquis on the right-hand side after his goal-scoring performance against Lazio, giving him a chance instead of Boadu. And up top, McDade gets the day off and Priska plays. He's not really impressed since I spent all that money on him in January. So hopefully today will be the day he can do a little bit better. Off to the stadium. This game seems to have brought out the crowd in Rome. Pretty full looking stadium. Celtic's lineup here. Again, 2 fairly deep looking midfielders. Have they learnt nothing from all the other teams who've tried to set up relatively defensively against us? I think the teams like Napoli that have beaten us are ones that have come out and played a little bit more on the front foot. Although looking at it here, perhaps it's not quite as deep looking as it appeared in that graphic. Maybe they have decided to go for it. Should be an interesting one, hopefully anyway. Well, what was I saying about it being an interesting one? In spite of there being, 12 shots now in total in the game, 4 of which have been on target, not a single highlight in the first half. Utterly ridiculous. There must have been something worth having a look at. Anyway, we'll get into the dressing room. I think we're going to tell them that we're not happy with the performance. Well, Priska did not like that at all. Let's see if I can have a little chat with him and sort him out a little bit. Priska. There we are. We've inspired and motivated him, telling him there's more to come and we believe in him. Beautiful stuff. So let's get out for the second half. Will we see a highlight? Here we go. So goal kick from Celtic. Armini wins the ball. He's on a yellow card. So hopefully he behaves himself for the rest of the game. Mosquita going on one of his mazy dribbles. Can he pull it back? He does. There's Markey. It falls back to Mosquito. Oh, sheesh. Goodness me. Celtic getting plenty of blocks in. The highlight seems to be continuing here, though. Koulibaly out to Sanyo. Oh, sheesh. Mosquito is there. His 20th goal of the season, it says there. That is not a bad return for a winger, is it? Sanyo did pretty well there. Oshish just dinked the ball into the back post. And there's Mosquito in that inside forward kind of role. Coming in off the wing. Beautiful stuff. Well, he certainly wasn't anywhere near offside. I think Sanyo was probably the one who was closest. Highlight here starts with a Celtic throw-in. Good ball over the top, but Grice goes and wins it. Here's Mosquito again. Oh, that's not a great ball. He's giving it away. And it's a goal for Celtic. They bring it back to 5-2 on aggregate. 1-1 on the night. That was very sloppy, that from Mosquito. Marischal got round Grice pretty easily. And yeah, their striker just sliding in, gets there just ahead of Gebhardt and knocks the ball over the line. Just made a change. Mosquito was quite tired, so we've brought Buadu on and put him onto that left-hand side. Of course, he's either-footed, so he can play on either flank or up front. Not much else happening in the game so far, though. Maybe we'll give Oshish a little rest. He's had a lot of football recently. And, of course, having a lot of our stars now on the bench gives us some pretty good options. So Mariba will come on for him. Doesn't really weaken the team at all, that change, does it? We're going into the last 15 minutes here. Are we going to get this opportunity to win the game? Here's Markey. No, he's given the ball away. Celtic counter-attacking. Oh, Koulibaly had an opportunity there to win the ball, but failed. And Celtic have taken the lead. Well, that makes it interesting. 2-1 on the night. 5-3 on aggregate now. We'd better not ship another couple of goals. That was a really well taken goal and really nice counter-attack. But I think Koulibaly could have done a little better there. So we're going to head into injury time now. There have been no more opportunities for either side. It looks like Celtic are going to win on the night. But we make it through on aggregate. So where are we going to come back next? Well, in terms of Roma, I'm guessing the second leg of the Champions League quarter-final. That would be a good place to come back. Don't know who we're going to be playing yet. The draw's in about a week. But that's not going to be the next episode. I think we're going to come back for some more England action. So if we take a look at the schedule for England, we've got Euro Championship qualifiers coming up. So our first game's away in Bulgaria and at home to Luxembourg. They're taking place in just a couple of weeks' time. I think we'll come back, we'll see how we start our group off, and then we'll head back to Roma action. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. The first game wasn't exactly a classic, certainly in the first half. Always good to get a derby win. And the second game, well, although we lost on the night, we're through into the last 8 of the Champions League. How far can we go? But if you did enjoy the episode, please drop a like on there for me. And if you've got any comments about today's episode or the series as a whole so far, I would love to see them below. And don't forget, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, click that button and come and hop on the Greenobus. There's plenty of room for you all. It just remains for me to thank you for watching, and I will see you soon for some action with England. Bye for now.